Hi everyone, this month's favorite video for everyone, including myself, completed pages, so welcome. And I've got the stack of books in here with all the completed pages. There are mermaids involved, as it's been May, so I've got quite a few. My favorite thing this month, I think, was coloring mermaids, and let's just go through it. So we've got, let's get some mandalas out of the way. So I've done some work in Astro Mandalas. I think I've done 3 mandalas in here. I've also done this page, but I'm not really counting it because technically it's maybe not mandala, but I'll just use different kind of yellows and gold. I was just doodling, so that's done now. I've done this one, which I really like, and this one I think, yeah, this one, it's a speed color on the channel as well, if you want to see. And then I've done 2, my fault, I haven't marked them. So I've done the Taurus mandala. I'm really happy how this one turned out. Really love it. It's kind of earthy tones, and yeah, I'm really happy how this one turned out. And then I've got the next one, which is the, oh my gosh, Gemini mandala, and it's okay, but this one's not my favorite, but it's okay. Again, I used some sparkly gold inside, and those little dots, bubbles, whatever they are. So yeah, so this one is done. So I've got a few pages done in this one now, which is great. I really like this one. So yeah, Astro Mandalas. I've got a few pages in this one. And then I've done a page each in 50 Mythical miniatures, which is the new one from Camelia Angelikova. Might be my favorite, actually. So I've done this one, which is Pegasus, and that was for Pixie's hashtag. And again, I'm kind of experimenting with using some pastel tones. So I've done this one again. There's a little bit of gold there, so trying to see if it will reflect a bit. Yeah, a bit. So yeah, again, I used some pastel tones, and I shaded the flowers with another color, a different color of marker than the pink, which give it that kind of muted. One of you on Instagram said muted color. Well, I was calling it dirty pastel, but so muted is much better description than mine. Yeah, but it made the pastel color a bit dirty looking, but I like it. That was kind of the idea to do it this way. So yeah, so that's my dirty looking flowers. Yeah, I really like this one. And yeah, I like this book. It might be my favorite. And then I've done one in here because I didn't have any colorings in this one. And I did this page. So this one is based with markers again and shaded with pencils on top. It has some speckled gold on the eggs. Not sure if it's showing because I can't see properly. I've got like a tiny viewfinder, I can't see properly. So yeah, so that's done. I've done the frame myself. Again, quite happy with it. Apart from the fact that it really annoys me that it's not centered. This images well, this one seems okay, but this one really is not centered. And in the spring mandalas, it's the same thing. They are slightly, yeah, I think some of them at least are. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out. So that's 50 spring miniatures. Then I had some good fun in Adorable Aliens by Coloring Heaven. And I've done this one for hashtag as well. That was for David's birthday. That's Pixie's hashtag again. And I had so much fun because I'll just color it. So this one is very shiny. I mean, the background is shiny. Well, he's called Wenzel Slug. It's not shiny, but the background is proper shining. So that's an acrylic metallic paint. I think it's King Art acrylic paint. Yeah, so he looks a bit like, I called him Disco Slag because of the shiny background. He's a bit disco, isn't it? And again, I was trying out, I bought recently some Sakura Moonlight gel pens, and I really like the pink ones, which you will see in the other one as well. So I was trying it out on this slug. It's just so cute. The illustrations here are so cute. And I also done this one, which just cracked me up. It's Crankaloids and Fronks. And it says, I love the descriptions. In the slug, it only says, I think, from which planet it was. But this one says, Crankaloids are known for being a welcoming and affable alien species. The pet fronks are known for being the exact opposite. It just, I don't know, it just tickles me, you know, sometimes those descriptions. I find it funny. So yeah, I've done this one, and here I used just some stencil for background, like bubble stencil. And I think that was, what you call it, gel crayon. One of the gel crayons. And I think accidentally, no, I don't have King Art. I have different crayons. I wanted to say it's King Art, but no, they're a different brand. Some cheap ones. I can't remember what brand they are. So yeah, so I've done this one. And again, that's the Moonlight gel pen. Different color, I think, to the one, but very close. And I haven't used pencils, I think. I don't think I did. Let me just make sure. No, I did not. It's just markers and gel pens. So yeah, I really love those. I must do some more in there because it was quick and lots of fun. I hope David had a fun birthday, because that was for his birthday. At least half the fun that I had coloring it. And then I've done another Taurus. That's for my Zodiac coloring this year, my theme coloring. And I've done one in here, which is Zodiac Anime by Oli Colors. I've done this Taurus. And she's got a little bit of gel pen on what I think is potentially jewelry, and hopefully you can see the shine on that. But other than that, it's just markers. And those are gel crayons at the background, I think, that I did. Metallic ones. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but the clouds are a bit iridescent. But you might not be able to see that on the screen. Excuse me. I'm a little bit ill, so if my voice is funny, that's why. So then I'll continue with my Zodiac coloring in this book. If you've seen any videos before, I was coloring a lot in the Astro Kawaii by Kevin Teo Art. I've got like a separate little book. Actually, I can see it. So I just grabbed it for you in this one. So I did some pages in here. And this is just Astro Kawaii, and it has 2 sets. But then I decided to buy which is compilation, and this book is here as well. Slightly bigger images, and I decided to continue to color in this book and then recolor the 3 images at some stage. that I did in the little book. So I colored again a Taurus in here, and that's him, looking fierce. I love that bull, so adorable, so cute. And yeah, just had to give them a pink hair. And he's got like his own bull ears kind of thing, so they have got the same ears, so that's cute, very, very cute. So yeah, I've done this one. And is that my last Zodiac? I think that's my last Zodiac. The last Taurus coloring is here in Emilia Jomek's or M's Drawings Zodiac book, which I absolutely love. And I did another portrait here. I love the portraits in this book. My favorite, absolute favorite from all the Zodiac portraits. So the shiny bit is only the frame and the sign, which is the gold watercolor, and the little thing on her arm. And I'm really happy how her skin turned out and how everything else turned out, apart from her hair. I messed up her hair again. Hair is my, I'm telling you guys, it's my kryptonite. Can't get the hair right. And I don't mean the hair on the grayscale. Hair on the grayscale, it's fine. It's not that difficult because it has already shows you all the highlights and shadows and everything else. I mean the hair where there is just like nothing in it, just the outline, which is pretty much what this one was. That's, for me, that's hard. And also I was trying to do it just with markers. So I think I made it harder for myself because, yeah, if I just maybe did it with colored pencils or just based in marker and then color pencils on top, I probably wouldn't mess it up. But I was trying to do by blending alcohol markers, which actually I was able to do in here, and it's not that bad. And in this one also, just with blending alcohol markers, also not that bad, you know, maybe not great, but not that bad. But this one just didn't work out the way I wanted. But I still love her. She's beautiful. Those drawings are just fantastic. I really like them. I must give a break to this book. I like the flowery bits as well. I just didn't have time. My May kind of got away from me, but this is a beautiful book. And now mermaids. Let's look at mermaids. So my first mermaid, I've done 4, so kind of average 1 per week, you might say. So I think this one was the first one I've done. And so yeah, I've colored in some books that I have not got. I took the before I opened the book. Luckily, it's just 1 page in here. So yeah, I done my first page in here, which is Mystical Mermaids by Yuri Pixie, which is a publisher, but Yuri Pixie gives the name of the artist, which is on back of the first page, which is Vasilovka Erika. So that's her illustrations. And I love the mermaids in here because they slightly kind of dangerous, or slightly maybe, I don't want to say evil, but you know what I mean, dangerously kind of yeah, dangerously evil. They look a bit evil, but I like that. So I've done this one, and she's got, which doesn't show on the photo on her Instagram. When I posted on Instagram, it doesn't show that she's got a glitter on her, on that tail, but hopefully you can see the glitter. So this is based in marker everywhere apart from her body and tail. So Mermaid is in pencil, and that's, I use polychromos, and everything else is based in marker and shaded with polychromos. And obviously I use glitter on her tail and a little bit of silver pen on her fins and stuff. And yeah, that's one of my favorite mermaids. The idea was to do like an oil spill kind of color tail, but it kind of got out of hand really fast. That's way too colorful for an oil spill. God, I can't talk today. So yeah, for oil spill, I think I would probably have to keep the not outlines, but the outside of her tail as dark and possibly kind of olivey brown maybe as possible, and then do the colorful bits. This is kind of mad rainbow tail rather than oil spill tail, but here it is, and I like it. But gosh, that was hard work. Took me forever, but I really like the end result. So yeah, really like this one. One of my favorites, I think. And then again, another first illustration in this book, also by Ollie Colors, Mermaid. And there are also really nice illustrations in here, also slightly darker than your usual, and I've done this one. And again, this one is just in markers. I don't think I used pencil just to shade her skin. Oh, the sun is coming out a little bit, so you'll see the shadows, hopefully, possibly flickering. So that's the sun coming out on what it looked like. Going to be very overcast day. So I didn't expect the sun to come out anytime soon. But yeah, happy with this one as well. Love the color palette. Try to really limit the color palette. Yeah, her hair is only done with markers, so it's not too bad. But then maybe, you know, it's not as much hair as the previous one. Not so much up close as well. So yeah, I'll try to do her tail as it's translucent. And yeah, I think the only bit that I missed was possibly that greenery, seaweed or whatever that is, going possibly somewhere a little bit here. I didn't notice that until it was kind of late, so maybe this should have been showing through as well. But the rest, yeah, happy with it. Really like this one and like the book as well, so I'm happy that I've got colorings in those two. And then brand new book, I bought it, I think it was released on 17th of May. That's new book by DM Dufour, and that's Mermaids of the World, and I bought it straight away, and I'm just so, it's such a happy book. You know, I love the expressions on the mermaids' faces. They're all kind of extremely happy looking, and they're just fun illustrations. So cute. There's a flip through on the channel if you want to have a look. It's just so incredibly cute. And I did the first page because it was just cuteness overload. Here she is in all the shine. So yes, so the background is extremely shiny. To be fair, I did not anticipate that it's gonna be that shiny because that's a watercolor, but that's what you call them, what they called, I can't remember what they called, the ones in the tubes, supervision, I think. Yes, supervision, and they are shiny, but they kind of mix. They're supposed to be granulating, but obviously it depends on the paper. That's not a watercolor paper, although it's a very good paper. It's not a watercolor paper, so it was granulating a little bit, but not much. So what you possibly could see, it's supposed to be blue-ish kind of background with lilac-y shine to it. So like a duochrome or iridescent kind of thing, blue and lilac. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's what is supposed to be, kind of duochrome effect. But it's so shiny. It's very, very shiny. So yeah, so it's a bit more shiny and sparkle than I thought it would be. And possibly it distracts a little bit from the actual illustrations, but I still like it. I really like this one. And again, that's a new book and I've got a coloring in it straight away, so I'm happy, and it's a wonderful, wonderful book. And my last Mermaid was in Andy Davis's Mermaids and Centaurites book. If you want to see more of Andy Davis work, then this month's video, In Focus video, was about Andy Davis's work, so it's featuring him. And also there is a flip through of this book. This book as a printed book is not available, but there is a PDF on his website available, so when you go into In Focus video, there will be a link in the description if you want to have a PDF of this book. It's beautiful. And I've done this Mermaid, and again, really happy how she turned out. She is done with polychromos entirely, no base with anything, just polychromos. Obviously there is a bit of a gold watercolor on top, but everything else, her body and the tail and everything, is polychromos. And the background is done with graphitint. Yeah, graphitint. I was trying to think whether that was graphitint or Inktense, but no, graphitint. And again, I'm really happy with how everything turned out, apart from her hair. Her hair could be kind of better, so it's a bit messy, but hey, like I said, having trouble with hair. And I thought at the beginning of my coloring that it will be skin that gives me most trouble. And you know, I'm not saying that I'm great with skin, but it's tolerable. It's the hair, people, that drives me nuts. I can't possibly get it right. So yeah, so that's my fourth and last Mermaid. And I was so stressed. Which is opposite of why I color, because I color to relax. But I was so stressed not to mess up this book, but it's done and it's good. I mean, it's good. Good for me. It's good for me. And it's now colored and I'm happier. So I'm going to color another one soon. And very, very last coloring that I did was in the new Mythographic. I try to color in a Mythographic book of some sort every month, and I had this one was new, so I colored in this one to have one page done in here. And I've started in May. I've started another Mythographic page in another book, but I haven't finished, so it will go towards the June completed pages. I haven't done a lot in it either, so only just started. So yeah, in Aviary I've done a portrait. There are no portraits in Mythographics pretty much, apart from this one. I mean, there are people, and there are some couple of them that might be a little bit closer. I think there is one in Alessandra Fusi's one, the Dreamweaver. I think there is one. It's not a portrait by no means, but it's just like a person and slightly closer. And I think in the winter one by Fabiana Atanasio there is one, but there is not really, there are no portraits. That was the only one, and of course I've done this one. But I don't know, I just really wanted to do this one, and I'm really happy how she turned out. I think she looks awesome. There's, yeah, some gold you probably can see on her mask. And I'm really happy how the jewels turn out and the gold. Happy with the gold. It was a little bit of a headache doing all of that, but not as much headache as the feathers. I think that was, yeah, so there is a bit of shiny stuff in here, as you can see. There's some gel pens in on this part, green gel pen, and there is some gold, and I think spread a little bit of the gold ink on this one, so it's not a watercolor. I think it's colored as it's supposed to be colored, and then on top I just smeared a bit of gold ink. So yeah, really happy with how she turned out. I like her skin, and I like the, like I said, the gold and the jewels I'm happy with. Yeah, the hair, you know, the hair is okay, I suppose. It's okay. So yeah, happy with it. So yeah, so that's all. I think it's quite a bit. I've done quite a bit. I've done some more of marker coloring, like in this book, that's just marker, which made it a little bit faster for some of it, but I've done it because, I don't know, I've done something to my wrist and it was hurting, and coloring with pencils was rather uncomfortable. So I've done a little bit more markers than probably I do normally, but it was a lot of fun and gives me some practice with markers. So yeah, really happy with all of that, and I hope you enjoy it too, at least some of it, and I will see you shortly. Bye.